The weight no one saw. Maya was 16 when she learned how quiet devastation could be. She used to think awful things announced themselves. Storms, shouted arguments, slammed doors. But the worst thing that had ever happened to her crept into her life silently, disguised as trust. Before everything went wrong, Maya loved school. She stayed after class often, hunched over textbooks, trying to keep her grades high enough to make her mom proud. Her English teacher, Mr. Keller, always praised her writing. "You have a voice that matters," he would tell her, tapping her essays with a smile. She believed him. She believed adults were supposed to make you better, not break you. But eventually his attention shifted. Subtle at first, then unsettling, then terrifying. And one day, one look, one moment, shattered everything. After that, Maya moved through school like a ghost. She sat in the back row of every class, even ones he didn't teach. She stopped raising her hand. She stopped speaking much at all. Her friends noticed, but teenagers aren't trained to understand certain kinds of pain. They told her she was off or being weird. But no one asked why. Every day, Maya weighed whether to tell someone, a counselor, a friend, her mother. But every time she opened her mouth, fear flattened her breath. "No one will believe you." He was well-liked, charismatic, good at pretending to care. She imagined adults shaking their heads, saying she misunderstood, saying she wanted attention. The shame he had planted in her grew roots. At home, her mother worked double shifts and fell asleep at the kitchen table. Maya wanted to talk to her, to say, "I'm not safe," but the exhaustion in her mother's eyes was its own barrier. What right did Maya have to add another burden? One night, Maya broke down in the shower, letting the water hide the sound of her sobbing. She pressed her hands to her mouth and tried to erase the memories she couldn't say out loud. She felt small, dirty, responsible for something she never asked for. She didn't have words for it, only a heaviness that sat inside her like a stone. School didn't get easier. In the hallways, she avoided any classroom he might be near. She folded into herself. Her grades slipped. Her joy slipped with them. Once during lunch, her best friend Lily touched her arm and whispered, "You can tell me if something happened." Maya opened her mouth, but then she saw Mr. Keller across the cafeteria talking to another teacher, laughing easily as if he were harmless. Maya shut her mouth, shook her head, and said, "I'm fine." Lily didn't believe her, but she didn't push weeks past. Maya hardly slept. Her nightmares were louder than her days. Every small sound made her jump. Every adult felt dangerous. Finally, one afternoon, she stayed behind in the library after school, hiding between the shelves with a book she wasn't reading. The librarian, Mrs. Ortiz, walked by, paused, and crouched down beside her. "You've been in here a lot lately," she said gently.